happy there. So the mom you're about to meet does pretty much everything right. She's raising 3 young girls and still finds time to exercise, eat right, and get rest whenever she can.
So what's missing? That's the question. Sarah has always wanted to look as good as she feels. First, watch her story, and then we'll reveal her makeover and tell you how you can get the same great look. Take a look.
Sarah Addeo is like a lot of busy moms. Every minute of the day is packed with things to do, which leaves very little time for her.
It's a lot of work, and more than anything else I've ever done in my life, beyond emotionally, physically, being present, I think, is the hardest for a mom.
Sarah's day starts out early.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk a little fast.
She gets her oldest daughter out the door for school.
You got your purple on.
Then it's time to walk Julia to kindergarten.
Are you my hugging girl?
Yeah.
Then a little one-on-one time with her youngest, Zoe. Then Sarah's day really kicks into high gear. As a fitness expert and personal trainer, Sarah does a lot of teaching, like this kickboxing class. She's always pushing her students to give it their best shot. Sarah does all the right things. She eats right, drinks lots of water, exercises regularly. She's super fit. There's just one problem.
When I look in the mirror, the first thing I see is all my brow marks, which started about 7 or 8 years ago when I had Emma, from hormones and all the skin damage from my years before. The worst one is the one here, and then they're pretty prominent. My kids love to point them out to me. Oh, am I gonna have those one day?
When she looks in the mirror at 41, she'd like to feel as good and young on the outside as she does on the inside.
What I really want out of this is not to be embarrassed of my brow marks, bottom line. My hope is just to be able to look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have to look at this mark, and my kids point these marks out and say, Mom, am I gonna have those one day? Am I gonna look like that with those? And that's sad. I don't want that.
That's where Wisconsin Vein Center MediSpa comes in. They're planning a facial makeover that's more than skin deep. For this busy working mom, it's a chance to look and feel her best on the inside and out.
The one thing I like to say for myself is that I'm proud of myself to really step forward and make that stand, and not be afraid, not have the guilt, and really want to enjoy feeling my best. Those are the 3 things right now that I can only, from my heart.
Sarah Addeo joins us now to show us her brand new look, and Dr. Deborah Manjoney is here now too from the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa to tell us how you can get the same results just like Sarah's.
Welcome, ladies.
I know, the story gets us every time because we get to see your kids and kind of, it's like retrospective kind of look back at your life.
Well, it is, and saying goodbye to those spots.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's take a look. There you are.
Your face looks so beautiful,
Look right
Sarah.
over here into this
Are
camera.
you so excited about the resuls?
It's mind-boggling to me how.
Look straight over.
Yeah,
sorry,
look straight ahead.
Hi, everybody.
It's
With
like,
the tears
isn't
in
it
my
gorgeous?
eyes. Just the other day, I was telling the doctor that I had a hat on. I wasn't teaching for a while, and people hadn't seen me, and they're like, just during class, through a hat, they could see the glow in my skin and my face. Like, you look great. Your skin. I'm like, I feel how my skin is. I mean, not to have, and it was completely embarrassing. That spot is gone.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I've noticed it during class too. Of course, you're sweating a little bit, just like the rest of us, but your face glows to me now. I mean, it looks incredible. I mean, to see the difference in person, and I feel like it happened relatively quickly too. Don't you think so?
I was just going to say, insane how fast. That first time that I had the fracture.
The first treatment really raises the color. We used intense pulse light, where we use advanced fluorescent technology, which is an Alma laser, but using intense pulse light, not an actual laser treatment, to deliver multi-spectrum light to the skin to raise the pigment so it flakes off. And Sarah's first treatment really got a lot of pigment off.
It was nuts.
About a week later, she came in and had a little dermaplane, which is a procedure to get off some of that excess pigment on the surface. And she walked out looking totally different than she had from the first time we saw her.
Well, even when we look at that picture, I mean, it's the tone, it's the texture, but even the color, the brightness of her skin is totally different. Is that what is it really removing that damage that's been done for so many years by the sun?
It brings it to the surface and it flakes off and goes away. The light is attracted to the pigment. But the other benefits of doing intense pulse light, especially when you do a series like we did with Sarah, she had 3 treatments. It also really improves the texture of the skin, the tone. It'll reduce the pore size, the appearance a little bit. and it really does give you a glow. It's beautiful.
I was going to say,
And
her
it rebuilds
skin,
collagen.
yeah, it builds collagen.
Yes.
Her skin is truly radiant, and I know when I visit, because I'm a big fan of Wisconsin Vein Center MediSpa. The girl who does some of my treatments has said that the intense pulse light is by far one of her favorite treatments, and she does it once a year as kind of a treat to herself.
Yeah.
What I think is shocking is that she did just 3 treatments, because she has some really stubborn spots,
Sarah
especially
did have
right
a very,
here.
very stubborn spot. So
Yeah.
we used on that one spot some pixelated laser with her 3rd treatment.
There it is.
So
Okay.
we did a little bit extra there to that spot to get rid of it, but it did a beautiful job of breaking up the pigment.
Yeah,
so
you
the
don't
intense
see
pulse light-
anything
No.
there anymore. There's
No.
nothing there.
I search for it, and I can't find it anymore. And I'm like, yes, I am. The glow and the feeling of the touch, the texture of my skin reminds me of Lily 15 some years ago.
Yeah.
It
It's
becomes almost baby
crazy.
soft. It really
And people
improves
want
it.
to, like, they look at me, and the products are huge too, because the
Yeah, we
moisture.
should talk about
oh
that.
my gosh, I just said, can I order, and then we'll be shipped to my house, because it's just convenient to do that. Once you
Yeah.
find something that
Right.
works for you,
Yes.
it works. You want to continue it, and that's what I've really adapted in my house. Is I've learned a lot, and now I'm stepping forward and continuing to do that for myself, because I see the benefits. Don't want to go backwards.
Huge.
What types of products have you used on her skin, and what role does that play in the results that we're
really,
seeing?
we've only used a gentle cleanser, an exfoliator, a daily exfoliator, and probably some antioxidants at this point that you're on to help protect the skin and keep it looking healthy.
And then the eye.
sunblock, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
some eye
sunblock's
cream.
probably going to be really important for
Very
her, so
important.
that she doesn't get the brown spots back.
That's right, because they will come back. A lot of the brown spots are sun damage. Almost all of them are. And so it's a cumulative thing. As we get older, we're going to see the effects of the sun on our skin. So if we go back out in the sun, yes, we're going to get those brown spots back.
Yeah, and I think about Sarah in her life, because we have video of her with her family, we have video of her working out, and as you look at moms and you think about how busy we all are trying to just get food on the table, get kids out the door to school, get them to after school activities, and then all the things, because you work too. Those skincare products have to work in our life, be easy to use,
Right.
but they're what takes a treatment like the one Sarah had and kind of give it longevity too,
That's exactly right. It really does. And it's also, again, protective, because once you get to a point where your skin is really nice, you want to maintain
Yes.
that. And you don't want to gain more wrinkles and lines and things if you can prevent it. And so for instance, a retinol, retin A type product and these antioxidants really help in being preventative.
What do your kids say? That was a big thing you said in the mirror, is that you're, in the video too, is you say your kids say, well, I have those spots when I'm older, mommy.
Yeah.
Are they?
The second time, it's more my oldest, Miss Emma Rosie there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who likes to
A
point out
sassy
that-
one.
Yeah, she just focuses a little differently. It was after the second treatment, I'm looking at her, I was doing something, she goes, it's gone. I'm like, what? I don't know what, I had a hat on again, I don't know what I was doing. I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? What's happened? What happened? She goes, on your face, mommy, they're gone. I'm like, oh my gosh, you noticed. She goes, yes, it looks great. I thought, wow. I didn't ask her. We didn't talk about it after. But just all of a sudden, out of the blue, really look at me in her open eyes and tell me that was like, it is, Emma.
That's
and I
so
feel
cool.
great. And I
Kids'
do.
honesty is
oh, yeah.
piercing, but yet also very complimentary at times.
Yeah.
And people can come in for a free consultation, because a lot of people don't know what they need, whether it's intense
And
pulse
we will
light or
customize for the person. When they come in, they'll have a complimentary consultation. We're not going to overwhelm somebody with a slew of products if they're just used to using water to wash their face.
Right.
We realize a lot of people have different ways they take care of themselves, and so we have to gently break them into what good habits are and try to minimize some of the things they have to do for themselves.
And one of the things that people love so much is the Clarisonic Pro, and that's part of your offer today. Our executive producer swears by this thing, uses it twice a day, travels with it. Right now, you can get a Clarisonic Pro, and if you do, you get the Clarisonic Mia, which is the travel size, for just $1. That's $149 value, $148 value. And you can do that by checking out, there it is right there. It's great. It's a great tool for great looking skin. And you can visit the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa in Pewaukee. The address is right there on the screen. The phone number 262-746-9088 to set up your free consultation. You can also go to wimedispa.com for more information. Thanks, you guys.
Congrats, Sarah.
Yes,
a
thank
blast.
you, but thank you.
Oh, you're
for
very
everything
welcome.
your staff and everyone did. It was the gift of all gifts.
That's
So
great.
thank you.
Absolutely. It was fun to see the results, Sarah. Thanks, you guys.